Welcome back to Scotomaville. I'm Daniel Comp, and this is Initium COMMENTARIUS, part 5 of 7 on what the heck is Initium? So Initium is a journey with a purpose. It's a guide and a tool to be able to leave the chaos that you're bombarded with, to make some sense of it, to shed off the fiat of the self-talk that's not doing you well, and to leave Nineveh for Scotomaville. Well, okay, that means that you're going to discover that we don't see things the way they are. We see things the way we are, and that we're 100% wrong 50% of the time. But in Scotomaville, you're also going to play a few cards that are going to help you understand the human condition. And with that, identify your why. You're going to trump off to base camp, get outfitted with a bunch of things, and head up over the Khumbu icefall on Everest into the thinner air to Camp 1 and Camp 2, and all the way up across the western Khumbu to Camp 3. And in that, you're going to have to acclimate. You're going to do what's called a rotation. That's a conversation where you and Sherpa go round and round. You go up, you come back down. You go up, you come back down. You do the same thing over and over again with different cards and different plays and different challenges and stories and conversations, and you can play it in your own time frame. For a night, for a day, for a weekend, a month, a year. You'll early on cross the threshold from the ordinary world into the extraordinary world. You'll start seeing patterns, and Sherpa will help point them out to you about providential footprints, things that you may not have seen about your own life and about the events and experiences that you've gained, or that you may not have insight about your superpowers over AI. It's fabulous for being available 24/7 or being able to spot patterns and stitch things together quickly. It's lousy for metaphor or paradoxes, or it substitutes its wisdom and insights with confabulation and hallucinations and artifacts, and you're going to see all of this stuff and be able to add all of that to your library and your new lexicon, your corpus, that you now can apply back on your own life. Well, ultimately, you're going to go up into the really thin air, try some really hard questions, and look back at your life and answer all sorts of interesting questions that you pose to yourself, summit your personal Everest, and then face the real challenge. The descent from the summit, the coming down from the achievement you've so desired, that's where the deaths occur. Everything's upside down. It's more dangerous on the way down than it is on the way up. You're now more exhausted. You're now probably facing more constraints than ever. Or the descent is a fascinating journey, and that's where things really start coming together. With the elixir, the wisdom that you've gained, the wizardry and mastery of self, you'll be able to come back to Scotomaville, crossing back into the ordinary world, back to the place you don't necessarily feel you fit, and do something very creative in Initium. It's a full circle, all the way up the Everest, all the way back down, transforming from a reluctant underdog into a generous sage with an elixir. That's kind of what it is, but what? Explain to me, how in the world do I do all of that? How do you play an Initium? Thanks for watching this part of Initium Commentarius, and there should be a link somewhere for the next part.